The ultimate goal, no matter how much you wander, is to be enlightened. The role of the Devi is to let the soul break three fetters: karma, kama, avidya. Every movement of the soul is related to God. A reflected sun cannot go out of the rule of the sun. It is raga dvesha that puts the soul back into the world again and again. Kali, the solution of the world process. Kali is one who wraps up time and crushes it. Time is Kala. The whole world you are experiencing is a long dream. Om Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute. Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Bhuta Aarti Harini Jaya Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namostute. Adorations to the Devi, who is Jayanti, giver of profound victory. Jaya. Ja relates to Jakaro Janma Vicheda. When you break the cycle of birth and death without going anywhere, even in your own heart. Ya is Hridayam. Jaya. Every soul has come to be greeted Jai. That's the goal of soul. And the Devi, who leads the soul to that stage, as I have explained to you, the role of the Devi is to let the soul break three fetters: karma, kama, avidya. Devi that breaks the fetter of karma, that Devi is Durga Devi. Same Durga Devi comes to next stage, breaks the fetter of kama, subtle desires, vasanas. And then the same Devi moves to highest, and that Saraswati Devi breaks the veil of ignorance. So first we are focused on the mala aspect. And we use two terminologies, karma yoga and kriya yoga. In Kundalini plan, here Kundalini pierces Manipuri chakra at the navel center, solar plexus. Jayanti, giver of victory. Mangala, leading the soul to supreme auspiciousness. I give a little humorous interpretation. Mangala is where man gala. Her mind begins to dissolve. If it does not happen, then it's not really Mangal. when your mind itself begins to move towards a state where it is not shaken by raga and dvesha, attachment and hatred. Raga, dvesha continue. If they stop, you can't evolve. The breeze must blow on, the tree must shake. But what tells the tree not to be shaken at the root? That means that's what you need to do. If that is so, mangal hi mangal hai. If the tree moves that way, it nourishes it. Moves that way, it nourishes it. Prosperity comes, it nourishes you. Adversity comes, it nourishes you. Kali, the solution of the world process. As I have explained to you before, Kali is one who wraps up time and crushes it. Time is Kala. It's Kala, every soul is involved with Kal, time. Always yesterday, today, tomorrow. That's time. Kal, chal, chal. It does kal. Every day is coming new. But it's not really new, it's chal. It's all fraudulent. Nothing new is coming up. But time, Kala goes on keeping the soul in that state of agitation. Kali breaks that. No more be involved in Kala. And therefore, Kali allegorically is very terrible. Time is most terrible for everybody. But Kali is more terrible than time. She crushes time. Bhadrakali, give her a blissful dissolution. Kapalini, holder of skull. I explained yesterday, Vairagya, dispassion. Durga, one who removes all obstacles and allows one to succeed in the practice of difficult steps of yoga and jnana. Kshama, she is the embodiment of forgiveness. I will go one step further. She has no choice. That's to say, remind you a little of the parable of Akbar, Birbal. People started, Akbar started saying that I should be installed in Hindu temples as God because I'm as good as anybody, Vishnu, Brahma, etc. And Birbal, hearing that, he says, "Oh no, Your Majesty, no, it's not right." All other ministers became very happy because they were always jealous. Because the first time he said against the king, and the king going to do something to his neck. And Akbar turns to him. What do you mean by that? He said, you are greater than God. Now that nobody had thought of. Why do you say that? And Birbal says, And if anybody commits crime in your kingdom, you have the power to drive him out of your kingdom. But God has no power to drive anybody out of his kingdom. So, keeping that in view allegorically, God the Father, God the Mother, they have no choice. Soul cannot go beyond the realm of God's protection. Every movement of the soul is related to God. A reflected sun cannot go out of the rule of the sun, no matter whatever may be its predicament. In other words, one way or the other, your ultimate goal, no matter how much you wander, is to be enlightened. Therefore, no matter whatever karmas you have done, turn to the Divine Mother, turn to God, all are forgiven. It is the embodiment of forgiveness. And simple point also, therefore, if you want to be beloved of God, you should also start that type of quality. Don't hold on to the negative qualities of others and create impressions of grudge in your heart. Be a good judge, not grudge. When you point one finger, 3 fingers point to you. So look at your hand. Another name for Devi is Shiva. Shiva is absolute good. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Truth, beauty, and Kalyan, absolute good. Dhatri, sustainer of the entire universe. Swaha, nourisher of gods. Swadha, nourisher of forefathers. And before we get into the storyline, I'll give you also the meaning of the mantra. The mantra of Goddess Durga, Om Dum Durgaye Namah. You can as well say Om Shri Durgaye Namah, both ways. Dum gives a little push to the mantra. Om means Brahman. Dum Dur, Brahman in the form of Goddess Durga, whose role is removing all obstacles, all that is negative, malas and vikaras, impurities and aberrations of your mind. She puts them dur karti, puts them at a distance from you. And does it? Dum, push. Ga term is gati. Your evolution movement becomes accelerated. Then it's not ordinary gati, you ga, you begin to sing. And all this takes place in the cave of your heart. Heart is the innermost within yourself. Yourself, again, it's all allegorical. Yourself doesn't mean that you have to get a surgical operation to see God with it. Nabha is always meaning negation of sense of mindness, me and mine. And that will be a later topic when with Saraswati stage. The last 3 days deal with Shumbha and Nishumba. The demons representing the sense of me, sense of I, the ego, and the sense of mine, Shumbha and Nishumba. And Devi destroys them. Let me lead you on to the brief of the storyline. You have heard the story of King Suratha, who suddenly found that his own ministers, generals of the army, and people around him who were near and dear ones, they were all not interested in him. They were conspiring against him. And they have joined the enemies. All vidvansi. The enemies are kleshas, afflictions. Suratha is your soul. And soul comes to realize that the whole setup that makes the soul live so cozy, the setup is inimical. The body is one day going to abandon you, no matter how much massaging you have done to it. Your mind, your intellect, your ego, all these are your instruments. And all that you attain through these instruments, they are not going to be of any help to you. So therefore, when Suratha came to develop that type of inner vairagya, he went into a forest without telling people where they were going in the storyline. And now he has reached the ashram of sage Medha. Sage Medha is enlightened sage. Simple way of saying, when a person develops vairagya, goes to an ashram and be guided by the guru. Medha is the ideal guru. Intellect that has become intuitional, that's called Medha. Same as prajna. So sage Medha is Sthit Prajna sage. And the whole ashram is described in an allegorical way, that even animals have left their animosity and they were living in a very peaceful manner. There he relaxed for a while, but while he was relaxing, it was not complete relaxation. His mind was always thinking about things that he possessed, that he loved, and what is their condition, including where is my beautiful elephant? Are they attending on him? You must realize when I tell, I'm not giving you a literal presentation. And even those people who have deceived him, he goes on remembering them. His mind is not completely enjoying the ashram. His mind is with the very same people that had kept him in a state of agitation. While he was in this stage, he meets a Vaishya, one of a merchant class. His name is Samadhi. Suratha is Jiva, Jiva with a Ratha, chariot of body, mind. Samadhi is that super potentiality within yourself. Potentiality of the mind is Samadhi. That Samadhi is there, shut down by your mind. And all the mental factors are the relatives of Samadhi, but they don't like him. The Samadhi gives evaluation to things. He is a Vaishya, he gives a value. And the general mind doesn't like the Samadhi value. You want to succeed in your business. The Samadhi says, that's not good. That will not give you peace. Succeed, but not just there. Do something else. They don't want to hear. So Samadhi in storyline, figuratively, he also has been as if expelled from that cozy situation. The Suratha finds that Samadhi, who also has lots of problems with him. Suratha, king, saw a Vaishya one day and said, brother, who are you? Why are you sunk in grief? Listening to these words, Vaishya with great humility said, O king, I am born in the family of a merchant. My name is Samadhi. My wife and children, they are dusht. They are wicked. Greedy for wealth. They want to get hold of all the wealth. Waiting for him to die, but he doesn't. So they turned him out. Should have got Samadhi spirit. Then there is trouble. All the practical way your mind was involved, that type of cozy comfort type of feeling will not be there. Sarvam duhukam vivekina. The more spiritual sensitivity develops, the more you find the worldly attainment very superficial. So real fulfillment comes only when you do good deeds, share some good knowledge, allow some divine quality to manifest through your eyes. When you do that, then you begin to feel better. Otherwise, the world doesn't please you. But those people who are in that level, only their progress is measured by how much money you are making and how much success you have. That's the most dull-wit state. But that's the predicament of the masses. And Samadhi's problem is he was also constantly thinking about those. Because Samadhi doesn't come easily. Samadhi has its obstacles. Moha, different types of moha that takes your minds towards the very same objects that you have wanted to discard. Yoga Bhashya terms it Vam Tachi. At one time, you ate and vomited it. Only a few days have passed, and your body says it has become fermented. Let me enjoy it. So, the same type of illusion people go after. King said, why are you worried about those people who turned you out in such a wicked manner? And Vaishya said, what can I do? Still, I love them. And here am I in the ashram, but I'm not relaxed. All the time I'm thinking of them. And Suratha, himself being more confirmed that he was not completely abnormal. He said to Samadhi, let's go to receive guidance from the guru of this ashram, Sage Medha. And they approached Sage Medha, and with all the proper courtesy, the king asked, O sage, I have lost my kingdom, and I have been deceived by all the near and dear ones. And here in this ashram, I'm unable to rest. My mind is always thinking about them. And this Vaishya has similar predicament. He has been also insulted and driven away from his home. Even his very near and dear ones have deserted him. But he has not deserted them. We are both endowed with understanding. We're not ordinary people, we're not animals. What can we do to remedy this predicament? Now, this is storyline, philosophy line. The soul goes to the ashram and then begins to work with experience of samadhi to have deeper understanding of the problem and its resolution. But that movement requires Guru's guidance. So, soul with the potentiality of samadhi, begins to receive guidance, and the relation of soul and samadhi begins to develop more profoundly. Now, the sage begins to explain to them in an allegorical language the entire story. Scripture is given allegorically. All the jivas have knowledge of Vishaya Marg. Vishaya Marg is the paths that lead you to sense enjoyment, the channels that lead you to eat, drink, be merry. 3 fingers. All jivas. That's common to all human beings, animals, birds. Eating, they have to do it. Drinking. For animals, normal drink is okay, but human beings are wiser, you see. Given drink a higher status. And human beings, unless they enter into spiritual path, they are same as those animals. Therefore, all called Pashus. God is called Pashupati, the Lord of all Pashus. But as a human being, there is some speciality. You can shed your animal nature. So whenever you come to any ashram, you do Shastanga Pranam. Because soul gripped by 8 fetters is described as Pashu. And what are those 8 fetters? Ghina, contempt. It's the only time people show their teeth quite freely with ghina. Next is lajja. Lajja is a tricky word. In this context, lajja is a negative quality. In different contexts, it is a positive quality. Lajja is shyness. A lion moves towards a prey, very shy. That type of shyness that holds your impurities intact, that shyness is a negative. It makes you Pashu. Because Pashus adopt all types of tricks. An animal that wants to scratch you, a bear, extends the hand very soft. The claws, by the time you are tricked by the softness, claw starts and grabs you. That type of, not to be duped by coziness. Next, bhaya. Fear. Fear is animal state. Any anyone to cause fear to others and enjoy it, that's a very negative trait. And abhayam, that's most profound quality. Conquering fear is the greatest challenge of your soul. That fear extends to abhinivesh klesha, fear of death. But in daily life, fear has many ramifications. Sometimes you don't agree with a person. Instead of creating a situation where things can be resolved with proper understanding, people adopt methods of fear. If you don't do like this, you're not going to get Christmas gift from me. I'm joking, but just sufficient for you to understand. So many ways of frightening people. And that's the world is filled with that. Next, Shanka. Shanka is doubt. Always with a suspicious nature. Jugupsa, gossiping nature. A near and dear one has met you after a long time, but hardly you have opened and greeted, you start gossiping. Look at that neighbor, what he has been doing to me. I'm joking. Because people don't have good material to share. The only material you can share is what you hear from the news, what's going on in politics, and what the highlighted topic that is sensational. What else to talk about? This all comes under jugupsa. Next, kul. Everyone tries to link himself or herself to a certain line, hereditary line, to someone who has been very famous and remarkable. And once that has been established, one doesn't feel any need to change, do anything, because already belong to such a great personality. You are Trivedi, you already know three Vedas. That's cool. Sheel. Sheel is again similar to Lajja type. We adopt certain style of life. People at the mass level judge others on the basis of how they wear their clothes, how they have put their necktie, and how do they eat. Do they take the fork or the spoon? You take the fork for the soup? What type of culture? Another cultured person. And jati. Jati relates to just a name. Jati relates to your color, your size, your height. You belong to any jati. You belong to Chinese family, Japanese family, Alaskan family, or somewhere you are, African. You belong to some jati. And you develop a special pride about it. The other jatis are useless. I am the only one. So these 8 fetters, they make the soul pashu, animal, worse than animal. Because we are ignoring your deeper quality and just staying as animal. You are faking to be dull-wit animal. And you are not, so it's a big difficult for you. Animals are happy about what they are. They don't carry cell phones. They can travel miles and miles and come back and find their nest. And so forth. I'm joking. So the sage spoke of these points in a very allegorical way and ended up saying that all this becomes possible because the Maya Shakti of Lord Vishnu. Maya is cosmic illusion. Maya is ignorance, avidya. Just like the whole dream world becomes real for you, but the entire world is Maya. Nothing is real there. Similarly, your mind has the same. The whole world you are experiencing is a long dream. Nothing is going to stay. And that Maya Shakti has 2 aspects, avidya and vidya. So if you were to adore that Devi, who is the Shakti of Brahman, as being planned, that Shakti will allow you to break the fetter of karma as Durga Devi, to break the fetter of subtle desires, kama, as Lakshmi Devi, and finally break ignorance as Saraswati Devi. Now coming to the storyline, the Guru said, Medharishi said, that at the end of a certain kalpa, a certain time cycle, Lord Vishnu was in deep yoga nidra in the Milky Ocean, on the Sheshakushan, Sheshnag. Sheshanag is chittavrittis, thought waves of your mind. Thought waves of your mind don't give you any discomfort. They are very soft. But there is snakish softness. And your divine potentiality is enfolded by all those. So out of Lord Vishnu, while as he slept in a milky ocean, milky ocean means ocean of nectar. But the ocean was not of any use. Lord Vishnu was sleeping. And out of his ears, muck in the ear, manifested in the form of 2 demons, Madhu and Kaitaba. And not in the beginning, first stage, out of Lord Vishnu there emerged a lotus from his navel. That's Manipur Chakra, the center for Kriya Shakti, That's the center that relates to the world of karma. And Brahma was about to create, but the creation becomes infected by Madhu and Kaitava. Madhu is raga, attachment. Kaitava, dvesha, hatred. What's the source? In storyline, the ears of Lord Vishnu that collected muck. See, Lord Vishnu himself didn't know how to keep his ears clean. A special trick played by sages. If he started saying, all your troubles are because you have defect in your hearing, then he will walk away. Say, all right, already you have defect, don't tell me anymore. But when you are told, Lord Vishnu had defect, oh, tell me more. Brahma sees those two demons and is threatened by them. So Brahma adores Yoga Nidra, the Maya Shakti of the Lord, to awaken Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu is awakened. And these two demons, they begin to fight with Lord Vishnu. They want to destroy. Because they have their wicked awareness that they are the greatest. And Lord Vishnu goes on fighting for a long time. And Durga Devi, who aroused Lord Vishnu, inspires these demons with a special vanity. Those demons begin to say, you have been a great fighter. We are pleased with you. Ask any boon. And Lord Vishnu said, let me chop you both of your heads. And they say, yes, but chop me where there is neither water nor this and that, simply implying in it where the world is transcended. And in storyline, or rather it's traditional line, the earth is called Medini. Out of the fat of Madhu and Kaitava, this whole earth planet came to exist. In other words, if your mind is not gripped by raga dvesha, if your mind has gone beyond raga dvesha, that means your mind is moving towards enlightenment. You will not come back to the earth. The whole earth will become Vyarth. Meaningless. It is raga dvesha that puts the soul back into the world again and again. This is the Medini, the fat of raga dvesha. And you are given very special insight that mental impurities have to be led to a . to a kind of environment that is cozy. Mental impurity. You should not fight your anger by anger, but allow your mind, put it in more simple way, remember SSS, suppression, substitution, sublimation. Don't fight anger by anger. Don't work against your negative qualities by being negative. Well, that's a big trouble with everybody. But understand the role of affirmation. Allow your mind, in spite of whatever negative you have, come to satsanga, smile a lot. And even at home, feel you are in satsanga, God is within you. Deho devalayo prakto. Your whole body is devalaya, mandir. Bring about that type of feeling and create those wordings within your mind, palavras, even though it is not real. And that goes on. But then what happens? The negative bows down to you, becomes sublimated. So that's the point brought out in this elegant story. And with this I'm going to conclude. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah, Maim Saraswatyai Namah, Om Shri Guruve Namah, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Archana of the Devi. Om Vishalakshye Namah, Gambhirayai Namah, Urupanvitayai Namah, Kalaratrey Namah, Analpasiddhyai Namah, Kamalayai Namah, Padmavasinyai Namah, Manahasiddhyai Namah, Om Adi Shaktaye Namah, Om Mahadevyai Namah, Ambikayai Namah, Parameshwaryai Namah, Ishwaryai Namah, Anaishwaryai Namah, Yoginyai Namah, Sarvabhuteshwaryai Namah, Jayayai Namah, Vijayayai Namah, Jayantyai Namah, Shambhavyai Namah, Shantayai Namah, Shantyai Namah, Brahmyai Namah, Brahmandadharinyai Namah, Maharupayai Namah, Mahamayayai Namah, Mahashwaryai Namah, Lokalakshinyai Namah, Durgayai Namah, Durgaparayai Namah, Bhaktichintamanyai Namah, Mrityai Namah, Siddhyai Namah, Murtyai Namah, Sarvasiddhipradayai Namah, Mantramurtyai Namah, Mahakalyai Namah, Om Dum Durgayai Namah. Om Jai Jai Aarti Vigna Vinayak, Vigna Vinayak Shri Ganesha, Jai Jai Aarti Subramanya, Subramanya Kartikeya, Jai Jai Aarti Venugopala, Venugopala, Venulola, Papa Vidura, Navnita Chora, Jai Jai Aarti Venkataramana, Venkataramana, Sankataharana, Sitarama, Radheshama, Jai Jai Aarti Gauri Manohar, Gauri Manohar, Bhavani Shankara, Samba Sadashiva, Uma Maheshwara, Jai Jai Aarti Raja Rajeshwari, Raja Rajeshwari, Tripura Sundari, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, Mahashakti, Jai Jai Aarti Anjaneya, Anjaneya, Hanumanta, Jai Jai Aarti Dattatreya, Dattatreya, Trimurti Avatara, Jai Jai Aarti Shanaishwaraya, Shanaishwaraya, Bhaskaraya, Jai Jai Aarti Sadgurunatha, Sadgurunatha, Shivananda, Jai Jai Aarti Venugopala. Om na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam, नेमा विजितो भांति कुतो यमग्नि तमेव भान्तम अनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। ओम दुम दुर्गायै नमः।